turned into a gold mine.
Yeah, I had to bring in a fresh crew to go through the rest of that garbage out there. The other boys were freezing. I sent them back to the station.
Do these look like the gloves? I mean,
Exactly.
there's blood on them, too.
Hey, wait a minute. What's this?
That's the dress.
Hey.
Check the photo.
Look at the stain.
Oh, is it red wine or is it blood?
Well, let's leave it left to the lab.
I told you I could find the evidence. I once located a wedding ring. Woman threw it away, had a fight with her husband. They made up. She wanted to get the ring back. She came to me. Took me 2 weeks, but I found it.
Yeah.
Saved their marriage.
You may have just saved us from prosecuting the wrong woman. All right, bundle all this stuff up, send it to the lab. And that bullet is to go to the ballistics.
Right, and you want all the answers very quickly.
If not sooner. Check on the labels, too. Be absolutely sure that Ginny purchased those items.
Looks like we've got it now, doesn't it, Robert? I'm so happy for Bobby.
Let's not go congratulating ourselves just yet. We've got a long way to go before we get enough evidence to actually convict this Blake woman. Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, what's this I hear about a new suspect in the Brock murder case?
Who told you that?
All over the streets.
No kidding.
No kidding.
News travels fast.
So it is true.
Well, since you already know, I don't suppose there's any harm in confirming it. Off the record, of course.
Of course.
Something's definitely going on. We haven't had this much activity in months. Commissioner Scorpio and Captain Ramsey both been out in the field all day.
Yeah, that's unusual.
Can't remember the last time that happened.
Really? What's it all about?
Well, all I know is has to do with the Brock case.
Oh, boy. If I wanted to be a garbage man, I wouldn't have joined the police force.
Trash detail at the dump. Fighting crime is glamorous work.
It could have been worse. It was summertime, it would have stunk all to high heaven. You're kidding me. Oh, man. Oh, let's go then.
Ages ago.
Yeah, well, had to call into the office. Do some paperwork regarding the little garbage dump expedition today. I tell you, I'm looking forward to a shower. I stink something terrible.
Mm-hmm. I had a nice, long, hot bath.
Well, you should have waited. I could have joined you.
Could always have another one.
I'm too tired to be tempted. Here's your pin. Ginny returned it yesterday. I think I mentioned it to you last night.
Thank you.
I had the clasp fixed so that you won't be able to lose it again.
Thank you. You know, though, I've been thinking, what if Ginny lied and she didn't actually find it in the street outside her house?
What are you suggesting?
Well, what if she found it in her house? That would mean that she would know we suspect her.
Well, if that were the case, why would she return it? I mean, she wouldn't want us to know that we're onto her, would she?
No, I suppose not. Maybe stash this pin somewhere.
On the other hand, we're not dealing with most people here. This is a cool one. You know, maybe this is her way of telling us that she's not the least bit concerned at what we're up to.
Yes, if she's trying to appear that she's not guilty, then she wouldn't want to seem worried about us, would she?
Of course, she doesn't know about the evidence that we dug up today.
Do you think you'll be able to extract a confession from such a tough customer?
Pretty tough myself.
Yeah, but she's really smart. She's streetwise.
She can be had. I have a plan that'll work nicely.
What plan?
Yeah, wouldn't you like...
What plan?
Saved by the phone.
What plan?
Yeah. Yeah? Well, no, nothing's wrong, mate. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, thank you for the update. Right.
Trouble?
That was Jake. Bobby had a session with Gail today, and it wasn't terribly productive.
Well, that's unfortunate, but it's nothing to be alarmed about, is it?
No, but the fact that Ginny is meeting Bobby at the Floating Rib could be.
Oh, you don't think Ginny would try something? Not in a public place.
I better run.
Why haven't you answered any of my memos?
Memos?
Yes, I sent you at least 3 in the past week.
I was going to get back to you on those.
Right. You've been dragging your feet, Robert.
About what?
About that report I asked you to file on that private investigator, Garvey.
Well, there's a good reason why you haven't got it.
I hope so. Why?
It's because I haven't written it.
What? Look, Robert, you wanted that guy for questioning, and the city spent a bundle getting him up here. All because I said his testimony might strengthen my case against Bobby. Now, what gives?
What gives is you can forget your case regarding Bobby.
Why?
Because she's not guilty.
Well, if she isn't guilty, then tell me who is on there. You drop a bombshell on me like this, tell me I've nailed the wrong person for Brock's murder, and then refuse to tell me who the real murderer is?
Well, not a bombshell yet.
What the hell do you call it, Robert? I got an indictment against Bobby, remember? I strutted my stuff before the grand jury, and it's me, Ken Morgan, who put himself on that line.
Don't worry, you can still be a hero.
When? When exactly do you intend to share this wealth of new information? And when am I going to find out who it is that I am supposed to be prosecuting?
Plenty of time.
I certainly hope so. We work for the same team, Robert, although I'm not feeling very secure about that right now. Now, come on. Give me a clue, something that I can get my teeth in.
It's too early.
You're not so sure about this, are you, Robert?
I'm extremely comfortable with the whole idea. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting for a lab report.
Yeah, I think you're waiting for a long shot.
Why?
Because it's been obvious to me all along. You just don't want to nail Bobby Brock.
You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to use my judgment.
Well, there's room for a debate on whether or not you're doing that. I think you're letting your friendship with this woman cloud your judgment.
It hasn't.
Come on, you've been dragging your feet collecting evidence against her, and when you do get any evidence, you try to refute it.
Isn't it my job to make sure we have the right person?
Sure.
Isn't it your job to make sure we're not prosecuting an innocent party?
Right.
Right. So I'm doing my job. How's about you doing yours?
I'm telling you how it looks, Robert.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, Mr.
Got that lab report?
Yes, and I think you are really going to like it.
Want some hard evidence? Look at this.
Brock's blood found on a woman's dress. Also on a glove that she wore. I don't get it. What's this about?
It's not Bobby's dress or glove.
Who's then?
Ginny Blake.
What?
And on the subject of that Garvey report that you're so enthusiastic about. Brock went to Florida to meet with Garvey on a rap sheet regarding one Virginia Geller,
Who is?
alias Ginny Blake.
And this rap sheet said what?
Well, it goes back a few years, but apparently Virginia Geller was involved with a guy called Hal Geller, who happened to be a dope smuggler. She later did 6 months' time for her association with him.
And Brock was planning to use this rap sheet to blackmail Jenny.
Sure looks that way.
Well, information like that certainly would have ruined her career.
And it certainly wouldn't have done her marriage much good either.
I mean, look, let's face it, everyone knows there was no love lost between Brock and Ginny.
What else have you got on Ginny Blake?
Okay, and we've established that she could have been at the penthouse around the time of Brock's death.
Where was she?
At a party in her honor. However, somebody saw her return from wherever she'd been shortly after Brock died. Now, her car had been moved. We got the blood on her dress from Brock, not to mention the glove.
Where'd you get the gloves?
City dump.
By the way, we also think that we can link that third bullet to her.
Oh.
Well, we're waiting for a ballistic report.
Why didn't you tell me about this sooner, Robert?
Well, it all came up rather suddenly. I mean, you know me. I don't like pointing fingers at anybody until I've got a bit of hard evidence.
Does Jenny know you're on to her?
Not yet.
I assume you want me to wait on an indictment, then.
I don't want anyone to know about this. We're this close. I don't want anything or anybody to botch it up.